Mental health problems can be described as a global mental crisis or even a silent pandemic. Mental health is all about how we think, feel, or express ourselves. Mental health helps us to handle stress, build good relationships, and make choices. Many people face challenges like anxiety, depression, or stress, but the good news is mental health can be strengthened, just like our physical health. In this presentation, we'll explore what mental health is, how it affects our school, and how we try to lessen the problem. Our topic is mental health and well-being. We are from Lydenburg Primary School, Buhlabela District in Mpumalanga. My name is Tumisang Mkhatle and I am the finance manager. My role is to manage the budget, income, and spending of the team's money. I make sure that we use the money for the project wisely. My name is Mshwana Muhumut and I am the group leader. My role is to manage the team to ensure the goals of our project are correctly met in time and make sure the team is managed very well.
My name is Sabine Vilagazi and I am the operation manager. My role is to ensure that the team follows their action plans, gets the resources and funds needed, and gets the actions done efficiently and effectively within the timeline.
My name is Itabo Siopa and I'm the administration manager. My role is to take charge of the team to ensure that the whole project process is documented from minutes of team meetings to events, to budget, spending, and impact.
Why did we choose this topic? We went through the SWOT analysis of the school where we identified the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We identified many, but I'm going to only mention a few. In the strength, we identified the diverse composition that we have within our students and staff members, the availability of our school psychologists and involvement of parents and the support they show us. The weaknesses we identified are overcrowded classes, bullying, which affects the students' mental health. The opportunities that we discovered are that the school can improve its results and organize events for fundraising and extracurricular activities. And our staff and stakeholders are willing to be part of every event. Things that are threatening the school are that there is not enough interest in social clubs, there is peer pressure, and the environment is messy. While this analysis shows that our school has many positives, there are still challenges that affect the students' mental well-being. This helped our team identify where improvement was most needed.
The main reason we chose this topic is to raise awareness to learners and teachers who are silently suffering from mental issues that they are not by themselves, but we can go through it all together. Learners are suffering from the following: academic pressure and stress, social media and self-esteem, stigma around mental health, and sleep deprivation.
How serious is this problem? What we have here is a systematic staircase where we took all of our problems step by step until you got to the top of the ladder. This systematic staircase shows how our main problem is connected. The driver is limited after school clubs and bullying, which causes learners to feel stressed or left out, and some learners don't have transport to go back home. The link is overcrowded classrooms and poor academic performance because teachers can't give enough attention to everyone. The outcome is lack of mental health support, which shows that mental health support in our school is much needed as urgent as possible. Many students struggle with anxiety due to high expectations from parents, workloads, and exams. The impact of social media on students' mental health, including cyberbullying and comparison. Some learners feel embarrassed or scared to talk about their struggle.
Actions we took to lessen or solve the problem. The first action we took, we conducted a mental well-being questionnaire, which was to interview the learners and the teachers about their feelings. The questionnaire was given 4 options to choose from, which were not at all, several days, more than half the days, nearly every day, which got us to our main problem where we realized that our school needs an intervention on teaching them about mental health and well-being. The first picture shows one of our fellow members interviewing the learners. The second picture shows the teacher being asked questions based on their mental health and well-being. And the last picture shows the supporting staff also being asked questions based on their mental health and well-being.
We utilized Mandela Day and made it as Mandela Week, where all our actions were done in 2 weeks. The first one was the top 4 soccer tournament, inviting neighboring schools and getting sponsors for awarding the learners with the help of the SMT, SGP, and teachers. Second week was using the whole week as Mandela Week, where we had Monday, Crazy Socks for fundraising, Tuesday, Long Walk to Freedom, Wednesday, Struggle Heroes reading, Thursday, Clean Your Environment, Alive at School, Friday, Art Friday. The first picture is an invitation for parents and guardians to come support our players, and let me tell you what, they came. Second picture shows a planned program of the Mandela Week where each day had a meaningful impact.
We created a mental health and well-being banner for the learners to paint their feelings and emotions as part of fun activity, where we had red for angry, blue for sad, green for calm, orange for excited, and black for fear. We then moved on to making a check-in box, where learners had to write anonymous letters about issues they were facing but too scared to share with family and friends, and slipped it inside the box.
The Not Off for Her tournament was held at our school. This was a way of showing young girls that they are noticed the same way as the boys, for them to unwind and socialize with learners from other schools. We uplifted all the participants by giving them notes with short messages, reminding them that there is more to life than stressing about the game. The notes brought smiles to everyone's faces, giving them something to laugh about. The first picture shows an invitation for the participating teams to come and join us through this tournament. The second picture shows a picture from one of our fellow teachers showing how grateful she was for the note. The impact of the project. After the tournament, we got some testimonies from some of the players that were participating in the tournament. Katlego Yuluko said, I quote, the tournament brought happiness to me as we were able to obtain position 1. I wish to change my behavior to good as I want to see myself playing the PSL. Lisel Nonyane said, I quote, the tournament impacted me in a way that I received a scholarship from Siagala Football Club where we are easily exposed to soccer scouts. This is the same academy that developed Tawombete, who is now playing for the NFT, Tulanes Kosame, who is playing for Baroka FC.
The Monday fundraising was of great help because we managed to raise 2,558 rand so that we can get supplies for our Art Friday. Smiles to the learners were brought, having to laugh about the color of socks each one of them were wearing and not hurting their necks.
The long walk to freedom was done in the morning before class, having learners and teachers work for fun to refresh their minds and start their day in a high and good note. After the activity, they were all willing to be active in class, and on that day, classes were running smoothly because they were now looking forward to the next day. Walking created a sense of togetherness and belonging, worked on the physical well-being before classes commenced. Physical well-being should be a lifestyle. The first picture shows learners holding up posters which illustrate the struggle. Moving on to the second and third picture, which show learners walking in a line and being monitored by teachers. And the last picture shows a letter from one of our fellow teachers where she said, and I quote, the long walks to freedom had a positive impact on me as it reminded me of Mandela's values. The Thursday cleaning was of great help, where we had learners help clean the local park and pick up papers around the school. The school was spotless with no papers around. Kids will now be able to play at the local park without any problem. Teaching and learning will now run smoothly because cleanliness is next to a good mind. This picture shows a letter from one of our fellow teachers where she said, and I quote, going outside and seeing no papers around, it was a dream.
The day Art Friday, and the most interesting thing about this day was that even the naughty ones were so happy to be part of it. The bullies who are always disruptive were enjoying it mostly compared to anyone else, which made us realize that our goal has been met. Everyone got a chance to rethink themselves. The first picture shows the learners carrying their books in anything but not their school bags. The second picture and the third picture shows what the learners do for the Art Friday. Now I'm going to play a video of a teacher who helped organize the Art Friday and a learner who participated in the Art Friday. The teacher who helped organize the Art Friday was telling us how stressful it was having to think about the logistics and the things we needed to be put into it. And moving on to the learner. The learner was telling us about how she didn't know how to socialize with people in a proper way, but the Art Friday assisted her socialize with other people in a proper way. Netball for Her tournament brought a lot of impact to the participating team and the people who came as spectators, receiving messages to physical well-being. The notes changed the spectators, coaches, and players' moods. Some couldn't even keep it to themselves, so they decided to post it on their WhatsApp statuses. The first picture shows our teacher and netball coach telling us how the Netball for Her tournament impacted her. She said she was very nervous in the beginning of the game, but then when she saw what the learners were playing is what she taught them to do, she was very happy.
After the project, another part of the project, we created a banner and checking box where learners we created a banner and checking box. We created a banner where learners could fingerprint their feelings for the day, using different paint colors. It gave everyone a chance to rethink themselves. It was simple but powerful. Along with that, we created a checking box where learners could slip in notes they were scared to share out loud. Some even wrote thank you notes to our principal for the new desks and to make them for always being there whenever they needed it all. Another change we noticed was in the classrooms. The number of learners went down from up to 50 to 38 learners in the classroom. This really made a big difference. Teachers were finally able to give one-on-one attention to everyone. Atmosphere felt less calm, discipline improved. When it comes to academic results, not every grade showed improvement, but overall, the results are moving in a positive direction. Some grades showed improvement between Term 1 and Term 2, but we are hoping that between Term 3 and Term 4, every grade would have showed improvement. In the end, this project wasn't about improving marks, it was about improving lives. And as we said back, we believe the best is yet to come.
Sustainability and future plans. We plan to embed mental health support into our school culture and policies, adding netball to the tournaments, an ongoing program on the Art Friday, and keeping the Art Friday in the school culture.
We plan to give out messages every Monday morning and create a word of the week board for the whole school, and our checking box will be easy to be sustained because it will be kept in a safe place.
What we learned the most was using the YCAP toolkit. In step 5, we learned how to brainstorm solutions by using the 3 thinking caps, which are dream, danger, and do. We learned how to communicate by listening to one another's ideas. We also learned how to solve conflicts in a way that will benefit us. Highlights and challenges. My highlight was seeing how our project brought awareness to mental health and got people talking. It felt good when we were making a difference. A challenge we faced was getting everyone to stay committed and balancing school with the project. But we stayed strong, supported each other, and pushed through every obstacle to finish off strong.
Sometimes we faced misunderstandings due to delays and miscommunication in the group, but we overcame our challenges and became aware of the social issues.
We created a great project on mental health and well-being with my team, and we managed to finish well. We managed to finish on time.
My highlights were developing essential skills in conducting research and adapting to new situations and challenges.
That was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
If you guys can just stay with me on the stage, we're going to allow the adjudicators to ask you a couple of questions.
Right. Thank you guys for the presentation. I just wanted to check what led you to choose the topic mental health? What is it that drives you to choose this particular topic?
Mostly bullying, because in every school there's bullying, but our school. But then what led us to choose mental health? we saw a lot of challenges that our school was facing. We actually got time to each of us get a chance to find issues that the school was facing. But then we found that the most common one was mental health due to uncertain issues.
Right, I think we have time for one more question.
I think, is this on? Hi. Oh, yeah, I think your presentation was excellent. You all spoke really, really well, so well done on that. The one thing that I felt was a bit that a lot of your actions weren't tied directly to mental health. So you started off, so part of the portfolio says that you must analyze your topic and you must create a baseline. So I thought it was great that you started off by doing the interviews, but then you didn't give us any numbers of saying, okay, we did 20 interviews, and of those 20 people, you know, you had your survey of how many people felt stressed in the last week or whatever like that. But I didn't see it in your portfolio, and you haven't mentioned what sort of numbers. You say that you tackled mental health because you felt it was a big problem, but before you tackle a problem, you normally need to find out how big is that problem. And I didn't see any indication of any statistics as to the results from those interviews. And then just another question, did you count the number of notes that were put into your box? Because that would also be an indication of a measure. You know, you've got to have these measures. You've got to say, we had this many people who had the problem, and then we had this many people who responded. So if you could maybe answer those two questions.
Okay, if I may ask you the first question, I think we forgot to put the numbers in the front, but we after doing the interviews we came together and then we went over a percentage, and it was 60% of everyone, including the staff members, everyone at 60%, and then 40% of the rest. I think was fine. Then the second question, can you please repeat?
How many notes? How many people put notes in the box? And how many people put stickers on your big poster, your red and green ribbons?
Oh, for the banner, the whole school. For the banner, the whole school put notes. We took class by grade, and then we took them outside just to let them know how they feel. And for the notes, we didn't actually count how many notes were they, because we were focusing on which ones, what were they actually saying in the notes.
All right, thank you so much, Mpumalanga. Give it one more time for Lydenburg.